Tell me your story.
I was this close to dying from a brain abscess that was misdiagnosed.
Good to know people care, though.
For a lot of people, the MRIs are clear.
You said you had a lot to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said,
I thought it was normal to have like seizures by yourself all the time.
You definitely will feel guilt a lot.
I so appreciate you putting this together.
thank you. Do you guys have friends anymore? I'm 25. I lost my ability to drive. Epilepsy caused a brain tumor. Ever since, I've been gradually lose contact with everyone, friends and family, and people who I used to be friends with because I can't see them in person. I feel lonely now and I don't know what to do. What do I do? I say they're aren't your friends. If they can't deal with your disorder, then find new friends. That's what I did. I didn't follow anybody or beg them to come around. I just noticed people weren't coming around and I stopped kind of caring. Kevin, Mark, anybody got anything for that?
Well, I have historically always had difficulty with friends. Um, as um uh um as a kind of um I don't want to say a result of the autism disorder because that makes it sound like the autism caused the lack of friends. I feel like it's more that the autism spectrum is kind of a descriptor as to why um, why it's always been difficult and why it's never really worked out, except with other individuals who have been either kind of on the spectrum or near the spectrum, or under particular circumstances. Um, so I've never really had more than like one or two friends. I don't have the sort of energy to invest in a collection of a friend group, you know. Some people, I understand, place a lot of value in having, you know, knowing this person and that person and the mayor and the city councilwoman and the this person and that person and becoming the HOA president and this and that and it just has never really been a thing. Just making a network of friends. That's kind of held me back when I was trying to um, make a living in corporate environment, corporate engineering environment. I thought might be a little bit less um, kind of
Well, Mark, I'm in the same
yeah,
boat as you. I'm on the spectrum and I have no friends.
yeah, yeah. But I've eventually managed to make, one or two friends. And when I do make a friend, it tends to be um, close um, and significant. And it's not something that is um, is formed lightly nor broken lightly, Um, two, three people at most, maybe that I really have been like connected with, and that's kind of just always been true. Um, it's expanding a little bit more, um, far beyond the scope that it's ever been previously, recently, within the past 6 months. I'll give you three guesses why. But um, yeah, it's I don't remember the initial question. I am just still talking about making friends as an autistic person because that's what I remember starting. So, Pookie, rescue me, please. Bring me back on
Uh,
topic. Circle us back.
yeah, it was just talking about does
Or
anybody have friends anymore?
does Kevin, you have input?
On making friends
On having
Well,
friends or any of your
with
friends still
epilepsy?
oh no.
Yeah.
I haven't had friends in a long time, and much like you, Mark, I'm very close to people, and I'm not friendly-ish with people. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know. I do have those very close friends, but I don't know. In high school, I was pretty happy, you know. I would goof off with everyone, you know. So I don't know what my problem is now. I think as you get older, you just don't have as many friends because um, air, means of communication have broken down. There's no what is it called? Third area places to meet any anymore. So it's
COVID
difficult.
lockdowns kind of messed that up, didn't they?
Yes, a
yeah.
lot. And yeah.
Mine's got worse in that period of time.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. I'm like
Once I'm doing the regular, how I was doing 3 to 5, it went from 8 to 10, and it was like every 2 months, every 1 month, just random for no reason. I thought, like, what is going on? And I didn't get the vaccine, and I didn't ever get COVID, um, that I've been told. Uh, so yeah, did get tested. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
my
Sorry, I
seizures did ramp
interrupted
up.
Kevin
So,
there with that.
oh yeah.
well, I was
Just
gonna say, yeah, mine's did ramp up, but go ahead.
oh yeah. So like I was gonna say pretty much that I was on the autism spectrum as well. Just like I mean like I don't know how to say it, but like just I'm like I have pretty much like Asperger's syndrome, and just like pretty much with having friends, like it's like like it's really hard, and it's really hard because like like just like with the situation and stuff like that, and like also like also like with being an adult and being around with like almost being 30 and stuff like that. Like it really gets hard like as once you like get older because of like the things that like were how I say it, the things that like that I used to enjoy and all that stuff. I mean like I just don't have the time for it now anymore. And just like um like, because like I do music and stuff. I'm a music artist and stuff, just like I just recently did a show in Western Massachusetts, and I remember pretty much this artist named Otto Benson. He was telling me like pretty much about like how COVID ruined friendships and how COVID like and how the lockdown like destroyed pretty much like of like literally just anything that happened from there. And just like I pretty much agree because like 'cause for me in the autism spectrum, like I mean like because for me in high school, like I had a lot of friends, but I was a wrestler and a football player. But I mean like my passion was like more resided to like wrestling because like I was like a three-time state qualifier, a two-time regional champion, a state placer, and a two-time All-American. But like after when college came around, like that's when the seizures began, and like day by day, like I mean like I lost friends completely over there. Oh yes, oh yes, I agree with Kevin. Like social media kills friendship, like especially with politics as well, because like it destroys like pretty much of like the friendships that really caused it destroyed the friendships that caused a lot, and like it is like a lot horrible like with politics right now because I mean like because like I don't know how to put it in detail about it, but just like just like with friendships and stuff like that like it's way gotten lower, and also with social media has gone worse, especially with AI chat GPT and stuff like that.
Jason, you have Asperger's?
Yeah, I do. Like I have like yeah, I do. Like I have yeah, like I have Asperger's syndrome, and I have ADD.
You have what?
ADD.
I have Asperger's syndrome and hydrocephalus.
Oh.
Yeah, I have Asperger's syndrome and ADD as well. It's interesting. It's kind of it makes sense given what we had uh, discussed in the neurodiversity day about the rate of epilepsy diagnosis among autistic individuals being, by some estimates, as much as 30 times higher than across the neurotypical population. So, yeah, it's interesting that we see a lot of diagnosed autistic individuals. And I think hasn't AJ mentioned that she is autism as well and savant syndrome?
Yes, yes, and Sia and Lufa
Sia
and
and Lufa.
Toaster.
Yeah, I almost forgot about Sia and Lufa.
Mm.
Wow. And Toaster.
Oh wow. Oh,
Jason
like
and Kylie and you.
Wow.
That's the majority.
That's more than 30%.
Yeah, the
That's what,
majority of us
30%? Is that the way
have
the math would work?
autism.
I don't know.
Wow.
I can't do those numbers. It's so simple, and I still can't do those numbers in my head right now. Oh, that's okay.
Like I
It's
said,
Friday night. I
30%,
forgive
one in
myself.
three. It is not
30%.
one in three people. Well, in
Yeah.
our
Well, that
circles,
would
like
be
one also have
33.33 repeating, right?
um,
So,
um it was like one in three epileptics has autism. And here it's like because of the majority.
yeah.
Um
Well, the same doesn't apply in reverse. That one in three epileptics would have autism. The numbers would be different because of the incident rate and the size of the epileptic population. Wouldn't it be 7 in 10 Is that Kevin? Rescue us, please.
What's up? I've been in and out.
I don't remember. It's some
Just give me
it's
the basic numbers.
1 in 30%, so like 1 in 3 um autistic individuals get diagnosed with epilepsy. So we're trying to figure out if we can get to how many um epileptics don't have autism.
Well, I think isn't that like a non-correlating thing because
That's
it
what I
would just
thought I've
be
heard.
one person as opposed to a whole group.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Each individual, it's not it's a descriptive statistic, not a predictive statistic, right?
Sure, yeah. But
And the
all we can do is solve for how many of us have those uh symptoms.
Yeah.
We
Mm.
could still do that.
If I just
yeah,
think
I
about the
mean,
tip jar chat, how many people in there? Oh man, Jason, you're
oh,
not even on the list.
Raven
Yes,
also
and Jason.
AUSDSD something, right? AUDSD.
I wish
Yeah.
you I wish you guys would ask me questions about my experience.
Well,
Um,
I don't want to get off topic.
thank you.
yeah,
Who said
sorry,
thank you?
we're just kind of rambling on about something
Who said thank you?
Me.
Pookie did.
Mm.
Cookie.
I forgot what question I had. I did have questions for you though, because I am
Me?
curious. Yes, you leave me
Yeah, I'm willing to
curious.
answer if you have any.
Uh, I lost the questions, but they'll come back to me, and I'll call you when
Oh,
I think about it.
okay, but one of the things Pookie wondered, he wondered if I got diagnosed with epilepsy, and I said no. I think it was a structural thing, right? Is that right, Mom? Oh, or what? Did you ask me something along those lines? If
Yeah,
I what?
like, did you get checked out for it? Did you
I didn't
have
get
you
checked out for
spoken to a
epilepsy.
neurologist?
They didn't do an EEG on you.
No EEG.
Are they
Nope.
looking into it?
Are they looking into it?
No, she doesn't seem to be interested in it.
She doesn't seem to be interested in doing it.
Because you had brain surgery 12 days prior.
Brain surgery. Yeah, I said 12 days after the brain surgery or the tube surgery.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
So this is okay, right?
That's okay, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
That was my only question, mainly.
but I mean,
Uh,
you don't have any more, or was that all you wanted to ask me? You said you forgot what you wanted to say.
Yeah, I think we need to
yeah,
get back to recording the podcast material,
It is.
doing the questions and epilepsy discussion as we had planned from the
I got
beginning.
something. It says, but you haven't had a seizure for years, so you're fine? Question mark. Um, I've had, I have had numerous colleagues over the last month or so say pretty much those exact words or words to that effect. This doesn't feel like a fair statement to make because while it's true, I haven't had a seizure in over a year, at least a TC or a focal, it feels like people think they're simply, in quote, okay because you haven't had a seizure in a year. you're supposed to be, end quote, all good. I'm on Keppra after lamotrigine didn't work for me and suffer from the side effects to the point I am now on my second antidepressant due to me not agreeing with the first one. Sertraline has horrible blunting effects, and I'm also on medical cannabis to
I take
help the epilepsy
sertraline.
and my mood swings.
I take sertraline.
Please don't interrupt while Pookie is reading the post.
Well, but that's all I
Thank
was
you.
gonna say.
All right. I'm also on medical cannabis to help the epilepsy and my mood swings. Keppra, I got the Keppra side effects. I find my memory compared to before is absolutely dreadful. When I'm tired, I can't get my words out and trip over my own feet. Most days I wake up tired and brain foggy, but because I haven't had a seizure for years, it also seems it makes people think I'm, end quote, okay, and that epilepsy doesn't affect me anymore. Has anyone else had comments like this and said to them? And if so, what do you say to them? I feel personally they didn't think further into epilepsy than the seizures, but I don't know what to say to reply. I didn't go for a year without seizures, but it's like that with me. It's like since you haven't had a seizure lately, people are usually like, "Oh, you're okay. You can do this," and asking me to do stuff I shouldn't do, like moving their car to a different parking spot and stuff like that. You're good. It's been a few months or so, stuff like that. Climbing on ladders and stuff, and I'm like, "You're gonna stand right here and catch me just in case I fall because I'm doing this for you." Um, yeah, it doesn't have to be a year for me, but has it been an amount of time where people start thinking you're okay to do things you shouldn't be doing?
That's a tough one. I can't can't say how long
I was mute.
uh, people have to trust their own bodies, to see how their personal seizures are affecting them and know when they can get back to living more flexible lives. Mine just sort of got lighter over the years. The myoclonic seizures, they were less violent and less often. So I could do things, and that really helped. That's how I knew when the frequency dropped and the strength dropped. Yeah, just I don't know any much about focal seizures or all that, but um, so I can't comment on that. So, uh, mm,
Yeah, I was just thinking that like this person said they went for a year, and then people start thinking they're okay to do things that they shouldn't be doing and stuff. And I was saying sometimes it's like that for me. It gets a certain amount of time, and they're just like, okay, you haven't had a seizure in a while. You're cool to do this now. Um, I was just saying, yes, I've been through that. I understand what that person's saying. Um, yeah, I don't think there's an amount of time where I can say I'm fine. I'll do this. Like I said, people have asked me, "Can you move my car?" or "Can you like climb up stuff or go under stuff and all kinds of stuff?" And yeah, no.
Hey,
Hey, Kate,
Pookie,
I
give me a.
forgot the icebreaker. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, completely random, bro. This is just give me 30 seconds. Um, my my parents wanted to grab some sushi for dinner tonight, so they asked me, what I wanted. I usually order just my normal stuff. We've been going to the sushi place for like a decade now, right? But I was like, let me see if I want something different. So I'm looking at the takeout menu that we have, right? And check out check out the name of this one roll. Can you read that?
no,
No, we can't see
No,
anything on there.
Oh,
blurry.
damn it. No? Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, it is blurry. I'm looking at it right there. But the roll is called Pookie.
Oh wow.
Pookie, spelled exactly the same way. Bro, it's on the inside is cucumber, avocado, fried shrimp. On the outside is fried salmon, unagi sauce, and spicy mayo.
Sounds like me.
It's called yeah, it's literally the name of the roll is Pookie Roll. I saw that on the menu and I was dying. I was like, no way. I've been going to this place
Well, that's
forever
what you
and I
got, right?
what was that?
So that's what you got, right?
I I'm not a fan of cucumber or avocado, so I didn't order it. Otherwise I would have just so I could like show it off here on camera. But no, I didn't order it just because I'm not a fan of a couple of the ingredients on that specific one. So, but yeah, that's why I brought the
Gotcha.
menu. I wanted to show you. Sorry I couldn't read it. Anyway, I just had to yeah bring that up as a funny thing. Go back to the actual topics.
Got one here. It says you're having a seizure, but the EEG is normal. While hooked up to an EEG, you have a seizure, but the EEG is normal. Does this happen to anyone? What did your doctor do? I don't know what to do. No, I didn't stay hooked up to the EEG long enough to notice. Um,
All right, so their question was
it's-
when you're hooked up to an EEG, you know you had the seizure, but they're saying they didn't catch it? Or just how
yeah,
long do you stay hooked up if you're not having them?
the question is while hooked up to an EEG, you have a seizure, but the EEG is normal. Has this happened to anyone? And what did your doctor do?
It
It's
sounds
not
like the
happened to me.
E not catching it.
They
Doesn't
sent
sound
me
like
home 1 day later. When I was on a 3 day EEG, I was there 2 days and definitely had seizures on the second day. They said go ahead and finish your stay for one more day and hopefully we catch these next whatever else happens and that's what it was. I had seizures on the second day and they sent me home after one more day, as scheduled though.
So, second opinion would get a longer
Then
EEG.
I had a ambulatory one ordered and I think that was more successful. I I know that was among like the first couple EMU stays. I had three inconclusive EMU stays the year that they were doing all the testing for the RNS. I had three inconclusive ones before, two successful ones, like one ambulatory and then one more EMU that had enough seizures to get insurance to approve the RNS.
I got one that's Kate specific. If you got some time for me,
Yeah, I can try. I think I can. Yeah, we can do this.
okay. It says, "How does it feel to not be on meds?" For those who have been fortunate enough to come off their medication, what is it like? I honestly can't remember what it feels like to be on Keppra and Lamictal. My brain feels so slow and foggy. I realize the medication literally slows your brain down, but now I'm curious. How do you feel without those meds? Go ahead if you got something,
100 times
Jason.
better.
Ah,
There's
Oh wow.
no way that you can say that you don't feel better. Every sensation imaginable is better without the meds.
Okay. Is your memory getting better?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing long term has come back, but memory is definitely better.
Oh nice.
Example being, personal information, stuff like that. I would have mixed up names and details and things when on the meds that now I don't. So very happy about that.
Yeah, I have
Best
a
part is the energy though. I literally don't need as much sleep anymore. And that's way better.
Hi, Katie.
I got something here though. Let's see.
I have a post. I have a post.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Nice.
The title is Rant slash Question, which is not very informative, but here we go. Does anybody else get the head turn before a tonic-clonic? Like your head is being forced one way. I get it where my head goes to the right, then my whole body spins to the right, and I'm like fully aware of it. It's personally the most scariest thing for me besides SUDEP. I don't even like looking to the right because it low-key scares me so bad. I've had panic attacks just from talking/thinking about it. I know I'm dramatic. I'm 17 and I've had them for nearly 10 years uncontrolled. It's just like, shit, I'm having a seizure. I hate it so much, I just want my life back. So, what do we think? Heads turning. Angel?
In my last video, well, one of my videos, the big tonic clonic, you can actually see my head start to turn one way on that. And in many of my grandmas earlier described to me, they've been described like that, almost like exorcism scary, you know? It's like I'll turn it so much and it's like exorcism scary. And I can see why they want to exorcise us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see where
it
that came
it,
from.
I
it,
guess
it,
like
it has it does happen.
For this one, it must be so scary though because they're aware. If you're aware at that far into the tonic-clonic, because for me, I'm out of it. I don't know, at least 5 or 10 seconds before the head turn, because they say a change of expression and then some, fidgeting or something like that before the head turn, and that's when they know it's going to be a bad one. So I would say I'm not aware usually at least 10 seconds before the head turn, but if they're into it for that long, they can probably feel way more kind of
Yeah,
loss of sensation on that one side, or yeah, it's probably a lot scarier knowing that it's
Right.
coming, and again there's no control. You can't, it's not like you can bring yourself back.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
grand mals that you're aware for are really, really scary, and I only had maybe like a handful of them.
Same
And
here.
yet neurologists say it's impossible to be conscious during a tonic-clonic, right?
No, it's not. By my
They can't see
experience,
me.
no, it's not.
Right. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
can't
that
see out my
tonic-clonic
eyes.
I had 2 years ago, January 17th. Um, I was sitting and just staring off into space after like alerting that I was having a focal, learning that it was starting on the left side, but I wasn't able to talk. And when I started convulsing, my head was turned all the way to the left. And as the tonic clonic progressed, my head turned over to my right, like fully, lips smacking the whole way, drooling and everything. I think I sent that video to you, Pookie. I think we shared it on one of these meetings. I don't know if how clearly that made it through, but yeah, I mean my head turned completely like um 150 degrees or something during the course of that seizure. Um, so um, it's definitely a thing. Pookie, did you have something?
Um, I lost track of it.
Come on, you got to turn some heads, Pookie.
Um, I forgot what we're talking about. I'm throw me.
Seizures.
Uh,
Your post was a 17-year-old who's had seizures for 10 years uncontrolled and
Yes.
was talking about
Does your head
how
turn?
feeling
one
their
way.
head turn was the scariest thing.
Okay. I did
Yeah,
have
during
something
a
for this.
tonic-clonic.
Um, the thing is, my head doesn't turn. Um, and if it has, no one has ever told me because no one's ever around. So that's why I was gonna say that. I kept that in mind that it hasn't happened to me that I've been told because I haven't had many in front of people. So um, I'm always found, you know. Sounds bad too. Um, yeah, there's always someone finding me somewhere. I found you on the floor. I found you here or there. There's been a few where I have them actually in front of people in the house, but it's more common to be found in the house than. And I don't understand that because I'm a tall person and you can hear me when I fall, but for some reason that's how it is. They always find me and tell me where they found me, and I try to put the pieces together. Then I got a camera, and that's helped, but will help me put the pieces back to story. Otherwise, Angel, did you have something?
I have one where I was told back in high school where I was sitting down in a school desk and I hit my desk and then I hit the desk next to me. So I had to turn like and pretty much I like I said, I traumatized probably so many people. But yeah, they were telling me like the ways I look was just scary. Everything was scary.
Kevin, did you have any thoughts?
No, I'm just taking that in. Just I don't remember having any sort of neck turning, but talking about forgetting things and maybe all of the sensation. You see, you don't remember what happens before you go into a tonic-clonic, and
Right.
maybe all of that horrible pain you go through that gets wiped out of your memory. See I don't know. That might be the one
When
upside.
when I did have a tonic and I was aware, um, and they keep telling us that we can't. Um, I remember like the pain. It felt like I was just getting tased over and over. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, you're constantly getting jolted and everything.
Yes, and you're trying to run from it, and you can't run, and you can't do anything but
You can't talk. You
just
can't do nothing. You're just
just
watching.
be there for long for the ride, and it hurts so bad, and it's really scary. And I usually
Get
just
this,
go
if you
out
have an
in pain.
RNS, you get to feel that too.
Uh,
For real,
yeah, I
after
feel
the
like
meds,
it's
after I was off the meds, this last one on New Year's Eve, I was aware for a lot longer than ever before. I didn't lose my memory for like 3 hours before the seizure. And usually that's how it is. During a tonic-clonic, the last thing I would remember would be 3 hours prior, and that changed. After I haven't been on the meds, I could remember a lot more of the time leading up to and pretty much immediately after. And like I said, I can feel just so much more of the sensation. I mean, yeah, when on New Year's Eve, that was the pain afterwards, but still, I still would much rather, I just prefer being more aware. In the RNS, it's the headache changed. Usually the headache was more on the forehead and like in like going temple to temple, kind of those sharp pains. But after that last one, I felt more on the like where the electrodes are. that was a different headache.
It's just a different feeling. It's like when you've been unaware, all your life, and you go to aware. It's a different feeling. It's scary, and the funny. I wouldn't say funny like funny ha ha, but it's like it seems like it's happening a lot more now.
Mine is happening a lot less now, luckily.
Well, I don't
It,
mean like that. Like people are
What's
stating it a lot more now.
more
oh yeah, I was just
individuals
talking
are
about for
talking
me.
about it rather than it is happening more frequently for you? Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I thought that it was I don't know, that I had to have imagined it. I had to have been making it up. It had to have been something that I had picked up from the like the video that, I had overheard the audio from the replay of that while I was post-ictal or something. But I recall dialogue that had happened after the video had ended, and my mother confirmed that's what my dad had said to her, or said to me after they had pulled me down into the recovery position on the floor, um, which is not shown in the video. Um, they don't show me pulling down on the floor or him saying anything to me like to that effect. So, he was telling me to just breathe. Um, yeah, it's,
So the dialogue that you remembered, did that occur when you were already out of it? Like you said, they were already moving you?
I was still actively convulsing while that was happening. And that's why they pulled me down to the recovery position. I was still drooling and still stiff as a board, still convulsing. They didn't want me inhaling any saliva or anything. So, on the
And you
side.
got to
And
remember the audio that was around you at that time.
I remember hearing my dad tell me to just breathe when I was down on the
Oh,
floor,
wow.
and that's not in the video. Um, and yeah, and my mom confirmed that's what my dad had said, you know,
That's cool.
exactly that, Mark, just breathe.
You'll
Uh,
remember seeing things like going down exactly. If like for me, I remember the first one, and it was like I remember seeing me actually fall straight down to the floor, and I had no control of anything, and I couldn't speak or nothing to my then wife at the time. It's like I couldn't stop it. It was it was happening.
Andrea, have you had any experiences? Do you turn your head? You have tonic-clonics, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah.
do. I really don't know. I've been alone for most of my seizures, so I don't really know what happens because I didn't get cameras until after my last tonic-clonic, actually, and I don't really know exactly what happens, but it's kind of a mystery to me what I do, which I hate. Hi,
So,
Colby.
yeah, we've got something for you to look for then, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Colby. So, have we heard from everyone here? willing to share about the head turn before, during, and tonic-clonic? Do
Yeah, I was
you
just saying that I
turn
don't
your
think
head
I
one way?
did it. I don't have
Oh,
evidence, so no one's told
have
me
I,
about it.
did I
So
forget you? I'm
no,
sorry.
I was just saying for me,
Do you
I
ever have like a pain? Is it
most of my
always like
seizures are
real
alarms.
sore on one side though? Do you have any like physical evidence of a head turn afterwards?
No.
Yes, I do have I remember that's speech slurring. I do remember having really, really bad neck pains. So I don't remember before, but after, yeah, neck pains, really bad.
Yeah, I've had instances where I've woken up with neck pains, like super stiff, feel like I pulled a muscle, just like turning my head like I was asleep, and shoulder and head, neck were all tensed up, on the pillow there.
And it'll be a
Um,
week until you can actually turn your head that way again.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Go to the doctor and get, a prescription for some muscle relaxant for that week so that I can at least turn my head, so I could drive, right? See both ways. It's important. So now I'm wondering, thinking back, was that really just, I don't know, what would explain that? Just do non-epileptic neurotypical people um, often just get completely random, inexplicable neck pains where they can't even turn their head. They have to like turn the whole body over to look off to one side. Like, I
That's
don't
my
know.
life.
Is that, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm asking the wrong crowd here. Everybody here is
People down
epileptic,
here can
but
say anything to get some oxy. I know that. I mean, you know how it is in Florida. It's really, really easy to get the medical marijuana doctor or any other
oh,
doctor to give
you
you some
don't
muscle
even,
relaxers.
you don't need anything for the marijuana doctor except the $150 that, for the appointment. They'll find something, you have trouble sleeping, they'll ask you, okay, you have insomnia. There you go. Um, yeah, they'll come up with it. I told them I have epilepsy. They're like, wow, okay. And they just checked that box. They didn't ask for any medical documentation or any proof. It's irrelevant. Pay the doctor, pay the state, and then I can buy as much as I want. If I hit the
What's
limit, I just call the doctor and say, "Hey, I need the limit increased," and they just go and chug in a couple numbers on the state website, and within 5 minutes, I'm good to go buy more. It's it's like a pay-to-play recreational state more than an actual medical. But I diverge. Pookie, your hand up.
I forgot where we were at.
head turning?
I was
Head
gonna.
head turning,
Oh,
turning heads.
oh,
There's a
you brought
couple
me
of
back.
comments here I could read also.
I got something. Um, the same with what Andrea was saying. You said that's your life. That's kind of my all the time. I get that. That's not something I get specifically with a seizure. Sometimes just days where it feels like I can't turn my head and without turning my body, and it hurts to turn. Yeah, there's regular days like that. I mean, unless I'm having seizures that I don't know about, but
Okay.
so far I'm having
Oh,
that without seizures.
You try one of those
okay.
memory foam pillows?
Come again?
You
I've
do you
got
try one of
one.
those neck pillows or some kind of like memory foam one?
I've
No, I
got
have
one
not.
with a cutout for my ear so that I don't lay flat on the fresh piercing. It's like a donut. It's like sleeping on a hemorrhoid pillow.
I have a special neck pillow,
Yeah.
but I've had neck surgery and all
Okay.
kinds of shit going on with me. So
There's days where I feel like um, it might
Hemorrhoid.
sound dumb, but it feels like maybe I have something in my neck, like like I would take like a cable, and it feels like you just can't turn, or you feel like you're turning that, and it hurts, and you just got to move your whole body. But like I said, if you're asking specifically when a seizure, no, I get that on the average day, and I don't know if it's related to epilepsy, but it sucks. Um,
Maybe you're having a lot of nocturnal seizures that you don't know about.
uh,
I
gotta look
mean,
into
not
it.
to jinx you or anything.
You already did. I'm already gonna be on
Oh,
guard now.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna check the
I'm
camera every
sorry.
morning.
You got a camera to check for nocturnal seizures, right?
Yeah, and then I got another camera right here that I'm not using, and I was thinking put one on both sides of the room and see just if anything
Yeah.
happens that one camera doesn't see. Yeah. Uh,
That's what I've got one over here and one over here, and they got both corners with their field of view. Basically, everything can,
okay,
you know,
yeah, that's what I meant. I want to see from every angle. Um,
yeah. It
I
just
thought
gets a
I thought it could be
lot
too,
of cat
but
videos. Every time a cat walks through the room, it gives my phone a buzz. It's stupid. I need to
my
disable
cousin has it
the
on his watch.
notifications. I'm just now realizing why have I never done that before?
Um, yeah, my
Oh,
cousin has
I'm
it on his
only
watch,
interested in the overnight
which somebody
videos.
was walking by the camera,
Do
and
what?
he texts me like, "Are you in my basement?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was looking for something, but yeah. That would annoy me walking around with telling me someone's in my basement and then I'm looking at it on my watch all day. I mute mines, but I do have that, and I only put the one to let me know when there's someone on the porch. But there's cameras throughout the house, so only that one's on.
That's a good setup. Only my
Yeah.
bedroom is rigged with spy cameras. So, um,
I got living room, hallway, front door, back door.
living room,
And
kitchen, and bedroom
okay, that's good.
where
Places
I'm
that I'm
usually
out.
at.
You got something here. It says, a weird experience. Has anyone gotten seizures when briefly stopping Adderall? I have epilepsy and ADHD. I get focal partial seizures. TLDR, seizures are on days I don't take my stimulants. I started Adderall about a month ago after trying other various stimulants, and it's been working really well. Have not had a seizure on a day I didn't take Adderall. However, on two different occasions, on the day that I missed the Adderall dose, I get seizures. One time it was so bad that I had three in one day, with extreme rare for me. The other time caused one partial, but still left me feeling funky afterwards. Usually, people get on stimulants and their seizure threshold is lowered. Mine, I had more seizures. Makes sense. But has anyone had the opposite experience? Have anyone have any idea what's happening psychologically? But I just want to know if I'm alone here. I don't take stimulants to know if I don't have them when I'm off of stimulants. Um,
that's not fair. The way their brain works, it's not fair. I've
I
got
think I'm kind of
I've got ADHD and I was on Adderall and I definitely need it in order to be able to function like I need to in order to um effectively pursue the career that I went to college for um, without severe effort and probable um, seizure problems. So, um, yeah, as soon as I had that one seizure 2 years ago that I went to the ER for, that day was the last time I took Adderall. And ever since there, I am an absolute mess. Um, I don't know. I don't understand how they could be um, getting fewer seizures with the stimulant that, I don't know. Did they say anything about any other medications that they were taking aside from the Adderall?
Just Adderall.
And they're epileptic before and everything, just epileptic with fewer seizures, and then stop taking the Adderall and getting more seizures?
Yes. Mm,
Are they from the Star Trek mirror universe or something?
this person says having seizures on the days that I don't take my stimulants.
Well, wait,
So when they don't
all
take
of
the Adderall, they're
everybody.
having seizures.
Yeah,
Huh?
right, yeah. All of everybody in the mirror universe are all like absolutely blitzed all the time on like it's hinted that they're on some heavy duty stuff, and when they stop they go through withdrawals, and withdrawal symptoms can include seizures. So depending on whatever they're on, right, ADD meds, which are basically just pure speed. um yeah, they gotta be from the mirror universe.
Yeah, because they were asking, does anybody else get the opposite? Um, I don't.
They're
I didn't
trying to
have
find
problems.
their compatriots.
Right.
Yeah, locate them. Did they travel back in time and get separated from the
Um,
rest of their team on their
hold
mission to
on.
destroy past Earth?
Looks like they're not.
I mean,
Um,
how much is a lot of Adderall?
Um, do you
Depends on
want
how big the
like
person is
actual
too.
numbers or
I just don't know. Like was maybe this person took too much.
mm,
I'm just trying to. Uh,
yeah, the
eh,
largest instant release dose increment, as far as I'm aware, is 30 milligram. So, um, yeah, just to give, I guess, a reference as to what pharmaceutical companies would consider to be a large amount of Adderall.
eh,
Um, I've heard of
I'm just.
people taking multiple 30s
Oh,
and
okay.
um, um, some interesting times.
So,
Not
I mean,
dangerous, like physically to them. They got up to some stuff.
uh, I'm just trying to, you know, put the pieces of the puzzle in the room together. They think it was caused from Adderall. Okay.
Correct.
And
For
how
not
could
taking
Adderall?
that,
Hmm?
they
What was
said
that?
they're getting seizures when they don't take the Adderall.
Okay. So
Withdrawals?
that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah.
You don't know how
Yeah.
long they're going either. There's no time frame here. So if they're saying seizures when I'm off the Adderall, they might only say they're off the Adderall for like 3 days, 2 weeks maybe. And a lot of times those things stay in your system a long time. So like Mark said, the withdrawals could actually still be impacting them weeks after they're off the medication just because some of that stuff really does stay in your system, and lifestyle
Well,
choices have a lot to do with how quickly you can even flush it out or
the
clean
instant
out
release
basically.
Adderall has a half-life of just a few hours. Um, so it's something that, if they're abusing it or taking it at extremely high levels, they would be coming down within definitely within less than 24 hours. The instant release is something that like therapeutically is taken at least two, sometimes three times a day in order to effectively treat um, ADHD. So, um, if it takes three pills to get all the way through one day, then, you don't take any of them, then you're going to be way down probably pretty quick. I don't know how long. I don't think it's one of the like SSRIs where it needs to build up over weeks. I think Adderall is pretty, up and then down. Um, except with like extended release, but then that's still up and down, except they've got little like capsules around it to prevent it from getting absorbed as quickly. It's, I don't know. Right, yeah, I don't know. I'm with Kevin. I think it withdrawals from whatever their prescription dosage level is seems to be the only really reasonable explanation.
It seems like a good explanation.
I'm a little jealous that they're able to take ADHD medications on with um, their epilepsy. It kind of makes me wonder if I should go back in my seizure log and count the number of seizures that I've been having. I know that the number of seizures I had in 2025 was significantly higher than the seizures I had in 2022. So, I mean, I don't know about stress differences, but uh, at face value, might suggest that if anything, all of the seizure meds have only increased my seizures. So I wonder. Or perhaps it's taking me off of my needed ADHD meds. Maybe there's something there that my brain needs to, you know. They say that people with ADHD can take it and fall asleep, which is dramatically different from the non-ADHD person. So if OP is one of those who can fall asleep on Adderall, the truly neurologically ADHD type, not just study drug. I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of I don't know. I should not have been so flippant at the beginning. Although I do think it's kind of funny. I still like the Star Trek joke.
I got something.
Please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.